Okay, so we need to address the elephant in the room. It's already April, and I still have yet to find a 5-star read for 2026. That's just not good enough. I'm sad, I miss it, and I need it so bad. So, in this video, that's what we're going to be doing. You are going to come along with me, and I'm going to read as many books as it takes to find a 5-star read. So, of course, I do have some books in mind that I think have a good chance of being 5-star reads. Some that come right to mind: My Friends by Frederick Bachman. I've only read one book by him, but I gave it 4.5 stars. I just love how he writes. Almost Life by, I'm not sure what the author's name is. New release. I think it's a debut novel. This has a good chance of being a 5-star read because it is a sapphic love story with lots of yearning, it seems. So, and also We Could Be Rats by Emily Austen. I have rated Emily Austen 5 stars before. I've read 2 books by her, one 5, one 4.5. I love her. I own all 3 of those books physically, which is exciting. I am nothing if not a mood reader. So, whatever book I feel like picking up physically when the time comes, will just let my heart decide. Right now, I feel like I could kind of use Emily Austen. I feel like I could kind of be in the mood for that. So maybe we'll start there. You'll have to wait and see. I'm back with my first update for We Could Be Rats. So I am 44% of the way through. This whole reading vlog is obviously going to be spoiler free. I will not share any information about the plot of the story that wasn't either in the synopsis or that I would not count to be a spoiler. So I am 44% of the way through. This is so easy to read. I find Emily Austen's books very easy to fly through. She's very blunt and to the point. I wouldn't say her writing is very metaphorical. There's not these hidden meanings. She's very obvious with the message that she's trying to get across. First, I guess I should say, this book deals with the topic of suicide, so if that's something that you do not want to read about and want to avoid, then skip this part of the video. Go to the next book. This book starts out and you are just reading Sigrid, our main character's attempts at a suicide note. So I think I'm on attempt number 18. I'm on attempt number 18 right now. So I'm still in it. I'm almost halfway through and it's still just written in the perspective of her attempted suicide notes. I like to know how a book is formatted in the sense that there are multiple parts or something. So I was curious and wondered, is this just written attempt number 1 to attempt number 30? What are the vibes? Anyways, so I looked ahead because I need to know. I just need to. That's just who I am. And it is not. There are 2 more parts after this section that I'm reading right now of the attempted suicide notes. There's 2 more parts and they're just numbered chapter numbers. If you're familiar with Emily Austen's writing, you can probably kind of guess what this first portion of the book is like. Our main character, she's writing about memories from her childhood, memories from her early adulthood, with her family, with her friends, and she's kind of tiptoeing around the topic of why she's decided to take her own life. Something about Emily Austen's characters, from my experience reading her novels, is they're always kind of an outcast type. They feel like nobody really knows who they are or accepts them for who they are. And that's the same for Sigrid in this. I just always find her character so charming. And this is not a long book. This is 256 pages, I think. But I feel like I know Sigrid so well. And I mean, in these notes, it's a vulnerable thing, I guess. So we are getting to know her, and she's explaining her past, her kind of present, what's going on. But she's also being very honest, and we know she's being honest because she has been lying along the way and then being like, that's a lie. I just lied to you. So I'm really liking it so far. I love Emily Austen's writing so much. It's so easy to fly through this. Like the other night when I started this, I read like 80 pages or something just lying in bed. It's so quick and easy to get through. I'm just completely absorbed because I love her character so much. Her books are very character driven though. Like right now we're just reading letters. There's no sort of chronological timeline, like we're jumping all over the place. We're just completely in Sigrid's mind, and it's very interesting, and I can't wait to see where this goes. It's crazy because this might be 5 stars. If this is 5 stars, then we're gonna keep reading and see how many 5 stars we can get. Hopefully I'll update you guys before I'm done the book. Like maybe once I'm done the part following this one, maybe I'll update you. That's in like 80 pages. Anyways, I will be back at some point with more thoughts.
Hello, you guys. We are in rough shape, but I did, in fact, finish We Could Be Rats. It is now May, so I started reading this book, then had to do like interview prep for grad school, which I got waitlisted for. Then my friend visited me, and then I got sick, as you can probably tell by my voice. So it's been rough, but I did in fact finish this when my friend was visiting. Got the dust jacket back on, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I kind of feel like this is 5 stars, which is not surprising. I mean, that's why I picked it, because I thought it could be. But yeah, first book, already 5 stars. And okay, maybe it's 4.75, not 5. I'm not completely cemented in my 5-star rating yet. Still going to read another book, whether it's 5 stars or not, but wanted to give you my final thoughts on this one. This is very character driven, but of course there is, in the first part of this book, I explained that you're reading Sigrid's attempts at a suicide note, and that's like part 1 of the book, and then there's 2 more parts after that. I can't really get into too much about the parts 2 and 3, but essentially we start kind of uncovering what led Sigrid to this point. We learn more about the family dynamics that she was dealing with, and we get a different POV. The other POV that we got was so moving, and it really just like brought the story to the next level. It made it that much more emotional because we got to see Sigrid from someone else's point of view, when, you know, in the beginning we see her really talking down on herself for really the whole story. We see her talking down on herself. She's like, I just feel like I don't fit in. Nobody likes me. Like, I can't really do anything right. And then in this next part of the story, we get to see her from somebody else's point of view. And it was just really, really beautifully done, as always, by Emily Austen. I can't really say more about where that plot goes, but oh my god. Sigrid has 2 sisters, and we do see what her sibling dynamics were like. I don't have a sister, I have a brother, but I love reading about sibling dynamics. I love reading about family dynamics and how they can be complicated and confusing, because you're like, these are the people that are supposed to have my back no matter what, but you know, maybe they're not agreeing with my way of life, or etc., etc. This is heavy on exploring family dynamics. I would say everyone in this room will someday be dead. It's mainly like following the main character's internal struggles. In Interesting Facts About Space, there is more emphasis on family dynamics, and we're following that a little bit more. This is very much so emphasizing on family dynamics. Obviously, we're also in Sigrid's mind, and we're hearing about her internal struggles as well. But the way that this was written also was so interesting. Like when we started off and were reading all these attempted notes, I was like, where is this going? Like, I found it very, very absorbing. So I really, really like this one overall. I'm so happy I finally got to it. I need to read Emily Austen's new release from this year, Is This a Cry for Help? That definitely needs to be done soon. And then I think the only book that I haven't read by her, the only other book, is Gay Girl Prayers, which is her poetry collection. So also need to get that at some point. But yeah, like, I fear this was 5 stars. But I'll sit on my rating and see. So, the next book that I'm going to get into is not either of the books that I spoke about at the beginning of this video. I just had a hold come through from the library. The Raven Scholar. Oh, this is a fucking heifer. Oh my god. I do have very, very high hopes for this book. I saw this in multiple reading vlogs last year and multiple people gave it 5 stars. People were speaking so highly of this. So I think this is the next one I'm going to do. It came through from the library finally. I got it on Audible, but when I tried to start listening to it without the physical book, I was having a hard time following. So I have started this. I'm about 70 pages in. I'm liking this a lot so far. Okay, let me try and explain what I've read so far. This is so cool already. There's this empire called Orin. Oh my god, I sound so weird because I'm stuffed up. Within Orin, there's this island. It's called the Imperial Island. And on the Imperial Island, there's 8 palaces. The 8 palaces are all named after animals. When people go to live on this island, they have to affiliate with one of these palaces. I'm not really certain on who gets to go to this island yet. I don't know if just anybody can or if you have to be invited. I feel like you have to be invited. Anyways, the story starts off and we are following who I assume is our main character, Nima, and she is the Raven Scholar. She was appointed High Scholar by the Emperor Burson, and she works in the Raven Palace, i.e., she is the Raven Scholar. Aww. Burson's reign is coming to an end, and there's going to be a festival held where he's getting ready to hand over his power. 7 contenders are going to be at this festival. I'm assuming from the other 7 monasteries. Burson is from the Bear Monastery, so I'm assuming these 7 contenders are all from the other 7 monasteries. There's a representative from each, and then they have to battle, I guess, or go through some trials, and Burson will then choose who he wants to take over his reign based on the results of this. We haven't even gotten to the festival yet. It's Nima just got ready for it and she's on her way over there now. I love the different houses thing, that vibe, Hogwarts houses, the districts in the Hunger Games. I love that aspect of a story like this. So I'm really liking that. And there's a little map in the beginning of the book that shows the world and shows the island also, which I feel like if you're listening to the audiobook, you're missing out on that. So I don't know how fast I'm going to be able to finish this, but I'm just going to take a picture of the maps if I have to return this to the library before I finish it, because I feel like that's an important thing to be able to reference. And I find that when you search up maps from books, I've tried to Google them before when I'm reading other stories, and I feel like I can never find them. So I'll probably just take a picture if I have to return this before I'm done. I'm going to keep reading, and I will update you guys when I'm a little bit further in and have some more thoughts to share. I'm back, you guys, and I have amazing updates, honestly. I am low-key flying through this. I stayed up until 11 p.m. last night reading. Sophie had to go to bed because she was working today, and I was like, I have to keep reading my book. I'm obsessed. I can't put it down. It's so good. What is happening? One thing that I was incorrect about, I said that there were 7 contenders that were going to be competing for the throne. And I was assuming that there would not be a bear contender because Burson is from the Bear Monastery and he is currently the emperor. But it's actually the dragon like the dragons don't send somebody to compete. They're not interested in the throne, so they just don't send a contender. So it's the 7 other ones: fox, raven, tiger, ox, bear, hound, and monkey. So there are some things I found out since we last spoke. I'm like almost 300 pages in. I read so much yesterday. I'm like almost halfway. Nemo was getting ready for this festival. So it was actually Festival Eve. The festival is like a multi-day thing. And then she had prepared the ceremony that happens on Festival Eve. She was on her way there. So the ceremony happens, whatever. After the ceremony, the morning after, so the first day of the festival, one of the contenders is found dead. So now we have this mystery on our hands. Nima is basically put in charge of figuring out who killed this person. And I really feel like it's not straightforward. There's a lot of politics at play here and also some like shady business wrapped up in there as well. The world building is done very, very well, I think. I don't read a lot of fantasy, but the ratings for this book are pretty high. So I feel like most people probably agree. So we're trying to pinpoint like who we think killed this contender, and it's pretty hard. I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't stop reading. Nima's in charge of this, and she's going around and speaking to different people that belong to different monasteries. The emperor wants her to do this, so she has like a pass. She's allowed to speak to anybody that she wants. I'm probably not going to be able to speak very much more about what's happening plot-wise after this. This is book number 1 in what is going to be a trilogy, I believe. I think it's the Eternal. Yeah, The Raven Scholar is book 1 of the Eternal Path trilogy. So I won't be able to speak about the plot very much more, but just know I am loving this. Also, I wanted to kind of explain how the trials thing works. I guess this is like a week long. It's 7 days long. So day 1 was the day of the fox. So on the day of the fox contender does not participate in the trial. They create the trial, and the other contenders have to compete. Whoever comes first gets 5 points, then second is 4, and so on, like that. But I thought that was so cool. So then the next day will be the raven, and like the next day is the ox or something, I believe. So I really like how that's set up. And it's kind of cool that like the contenders get to create a trial for one of the days. I guess it's to kind of like even out the playing ground. They're all going to make something that they think, I guess, their opponents are going to be weak at. So I thought that was really interesting. And I'm really liking that. Also, I love Imperial Island so much. It's so magical. I want to go there. Like, I want to go there. The writing is beautiful. I can picture everything so clearly in my head. And I am tandem, like listening, reading this. I also have it on Audible along with the book from the library, and the audiobook is also done very well. You will hopefully hear from me soon with either updated thoughts or a final rating. Okay, guys. This just came in and I want to show somebody. So you're it. This was mostly supposed to be for shorts because summer's coming up. And you need to do the shorts haul. Mostly got shorts. I think I got 3 pairs of shorts. And then I got a pair of jeans and a tank top. We're starting with the jeans. These were also all on sale. Abercrombie has really good sales. If you just like wait around for a sec, Abercrombie sales, I think, are pretty good. These are normally 110 Canadian, like plus tax, and I got them for $61. They are mid-rise, and they're like cuffed at the end. Gonna try these on. These are perfect. Okay, wait. Oh, they're like a really good height. This is perfect. I like this height because then you can wear like a longer top, and it doesn't look like crazy if you have your top like over the top of the jeans. I find when they're high-rise, it's like too much. I'm like, too much. Okay, so that's a win. Next, I got a tailored pair of shorts. I was expecting these to be higher. Like, they're low-key, like, low. I was expecting them to sit, like, here, mid-rise. I think they're cute. I think. I don't know. I can't really tell. With a belt.
I think they'll be cute. Like a more dressy short for if I'm going out. I don't want to wear jean shorts. A more dressy supper or something. Like, I feel like these are cute. Okay, on to the next one. These ones I got in a size lower than I normally get. Size smaller. What the fuck? That's all that was left. So, we'll see. They're literally perfect. These shorts were $32. Okay. I wanted like a dark wash. Ugh. Okay, I feel like these are cute. Oh my god, okay. I'm obsessed. I wanted to get a white tank top. I have a black tank top like this from Aritzia, and I just wear it all the time in the summer because it's so easy to just wear with anything. So I wanted a white one, but it's scary with white because you're like, is it gonna be see-through? This has a built-in bra. I love how far over it comes here, and I love the back. And these are mid-rise, and they're super cute. So cute. It's supposed to be 20 degrees here this weekend, so I'm so excited. I'm ready to wear some shorts, guys.
I have 100 pages left, and then I am done the Raven Scholar. So what's happening now is the Emperor basically wanted to speed up this competition. So he started combining days. So like I'm on the last day now, and it's Day of the Hound and Day of the Dragon. So they're doing the trials for both of them in one day. So it's making everything more fast paced, which I found the pacing of this like so good the entire time. This book is 643 pages long, and it does not feel like it to me at all. Like I'm flying through it, I feel like. But the fact that they're combining days of the festival now, it's perfect with where we are in the story. Like things are picking up. We're kind of, starting to solve this mystery, starting to understand what really happened in this murder case. And the competition is also picking up. So I really like that. I think we basically know who committed the murder and what is going on Imperial Island. Did not see it coming at all. So those were crazy reveals. I'm determined to finish this tonight. I have 100 pages left. It's currently 4:15 p.m. I have to make my food for work tomorrow and stuff, and I have to eat supper at some point, but I think I can do it. I'm just going to sit down and how long does it take me to read 100 pages? I don't even know. I feel like if I have 2 hours, that would be fine, right? I'm definitely reading more than a page an hour, which would be 60 pages. If I give myself 2 hours, I'll definitely finish it. Loving this. Can't wait to see how it ends. Extremely sad that this is the first in a trilogy and the other two books are not out yet. But I knew that going into it. And I had crazy FOMO. So I will update you again, hopefully later tonight. I finished another very large fantasy book. 643 pages. Let's go. Final thoughts. Not a 5-star read, but I think it's probably 4 stars. I had a really good time, a much better time than I had with Priory of the Orange Tree. This book was 643 pages long, but when I was reading it, okay, I'll say up to 80% of the way in, I did not find it felt like it was being dragged out at all. I found the end dragged a little bit, like the last 20% or so. I was like, okay, I want this to wrap up. But also, I was feeling a bit confused in the last 20% too. I was a little confused plot wise and character motivation wise. Some characters were doing things, and I was like they were doing bad things. And when I thought that they were good the entire book, I was like, I'm confused. But also, there is a lot of moral grayness in here. So maybe that's just stuff that's going to be explained in the next book. I think I did like how it ended. I thought it was a good setup for the next book. And it wasn't too crazy of a cliffhanger either. It wasn't something where you're like, oh my fucking God. I need it right now. I'm like, okay, I'll read it when it comes out, but like I'm not dying for it. Another reason that I could feel that way is because I didn't really feel very emotionally attached to really any of the characters in this, which is kind of surprising for a 650-page book. I just don't think I felt like the characters were like fleshed out in depth. I like her FMC and I like her love interest, and their romance is so cute. I also really liked that, but I also feel like I don't really know her that well. I think the parts of the book that had me so absorbed in the first 80% were the emperor was like resigning and these 7 contenders are going to compete to become the next emperor. Like that's fun to me. I like the trials thing, the competition thing. I also liked the other aspect that we had, which was a murder that our FMC was put in charge of figuring out. It was not obvious at all what really happened there. Like when we uncovered that, I was like, oh shit. I'll definitely read the next one, but like I'm chilling until then. I'm so happy that this went well because Priory of the Orange Tree was like such a flop to me. And I'm like, I know I don't hate fantasy. Like, I know I don't hate it. I just need to be reading the right stuff. I might take a break from fantasy for a bit now. I know I said that last time, but then my hold from the library came through. So, what the hell was I supposed to do? Anyways, so I'm probably gonna take a little break from fantasy now. It does take some brain power, like you do have to lock in. For me personally, it does not matter how epic or not epic fantasy a fantasy book is. I have to lock in so hard to understand like this new world that we're being introduced to, magic systems, maps, like what our world is looking like, the characters. There's normally like weird language. It takes a lot of brain power for me. So I'll be chilling now, reading something that'll make me cry or something. I need some of that. Honestly, super successful reading vlog. We Could Be Rats, 5-star read. Still haven't changed it. I put it in all my book apps as 5 stars. Still haven't changed it. So I feel like it is. I feel like it's solidified now. And then The Raven Scholar, 4 stars, I think. Very enjoyable read. I will be reading the next one for sure. Happy to have 2 really strong ratings back to back because I was flopping a little bit recently. A 5 and a 4, I will take it. We did it. We got our first 5-star of the year. We Could Be Rats by Emily Austen. Should have known it was going to be an Emily Austen. I will be reading her new book soon. Is This a Cry for Help? And hopefully, I will be finding some more 5 stars in the next coming months. Still, only 1 5-star so far. It's kind of crazy. But I have some very anticipated reads that I'm going to be reading in reading vlogs soon. And I'm thinking that there are some contenders in there that could be 5 stars. Get excited for those, and I will see you guys in the next one.